Well, the first match of the Midwest Esports EAFC manager season is coming up next. It's Ipswich against Liverpool. The first match of the season should be a fantastic fixture between both sides looking to make their mark early in what is going to be a very fun and entertaining season. Liverpool, I would say, looks strong, but Ipswich is not going to go down without a fight, so we'll have to wait and see what comes of this one here today. And so here we are. It's going to be Ipswich starting us off then. Ball gets rolling. Ipswich going with a 4-4-1-1 formation, while that of Liverpool is going with a 5-2-2-1. Now, Liverpool's formation looks to me as if they would more or less leave a lot of width in the midfield, not so much presence right behind their attackers. It's more or less just trying to find some space and find some runs on the outsides rather than control the middle of the park. So maybe that'll be a hindrance, maybe that'll be an advantage. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, it's Wilson. Tries to play to Kulusevski and does. Kulusevski on the wing, finds Wilson in the center. Wilson tries to dribble in, finds a shot, and it's early goal here for Liverpool as Wilson shoots and gets past Onana. In the left corner of the goal, it's 1-0 here early. It was a great finish, and he's really muscled his way around the defender. And I'm afraid for Ipswich, they are behind early. As you can see, there goes one-on-one with Gabriel, turns round to his left side, finds the net. And Onana had no chance, and the defenders, well, probably could have done more. A little bit more aggression would have saved a goal there. But in the 5th minute, it's 1-0 to Liverpool. Well, initially we thought that formation setup of Liverpool may have been somewhat of a disadvantage. As it turns out, it's actually gone quite well. 4-4-1-1 setup for Ipswich is one of those formations where you leave a lot of presence in midfield in your defensive end, not so much attacking. That may be a bit of a problem, but I'd expect them to more or less dominate the game in midfield here, but for the time being, nothing really seems further from the truth than that. And now it's Eze, and gets tackled off the ball. It's now Kieran Trippier. Here's a Kanji. I think maybe Ipswich just needs a minute to regroup here, find themselves a bit of a rhythm. Early goals like that, sometimes you can bounce back from them, sometimes you can't. We'll have to wait and see if Ipswich is able to do the job. Finds Kieran Trippier, up to Alexis McAllister. And intercepted pass back to Hugo Lloris, the keeper. Mateo Kovacic plays to Wilson. Back to Declan Rice in midfield. Finds Kovacic again. And tackled away by Endo. Played up now to Richarlison, back to McAllister, and now Bailey on the wing. Bailey trying to find a move forward here, has a little bit of space. For the time being, it appears that this Ipswich team does really want to play towards the sidelines. Again, trying to maybe draw the Liverpool defenders wide and leave some space in the middle. Estepinian on the ball on the right wing. Finds Romero. Romero passes into Richarlison. Dribbles, and it gets past Lloris. It's in for Ipswich, and it's a 1-1 game here. Richarlison gets it back for Ipswich. Not 10 minutes after they concede initially. It was a great pass in. Good shot from Richarlison. Lloris gets on it. Bit of a deflection off the keeper, I'm afraid. Lloris probably thinking he could have done more on that one, but, well, this game, even Stevens once again here, as Liverpool, who dominated the first 5 minutes, now goes 1-1 in the 17th minute, as Richarlison puts one away, his first of the campaign. Now it's an interesting situation for Liverpool because they have to find ways forward now. You know, the mentality is now, okay, you've got to act as if you're level again. You can't let back off, you know, and do your best to try to get one back and get back in the lead of this fixture. It's Phil Foden. Back over to Jadon Sancho. Back to Foden. They have a look at Wilson here. There's Richarlison. Oh, I said Wilson, that's the Liverpool player. Here's McAllister on the wing, finds Richarlison again. Oh, and I think he tried to get the pass off to Bailey, couldn't quite get there. And it's Eze on the wing. Eze again. Not really much help for him here in midfield. He tries to find Kovacic. Instead, Kieran Trippier comes up with the ball. Bailey finds Foden. Back to Bailey once more. Back to Foden again. Some great passing here from Ipswich. And tackled away. Eze on the ball and will now try to venture down the left. He'll find Wilson in the middle. Finds Eze once more, finds Kulusevski. Up to Declan Rice. Convincing attack. That's a beautifully lofted ball there. Over to Kyle Walker. And it was a good interception from Henry and a good tackle. Back to Gabriel here. 28th minute. And for the time being, very even contested game so far. McAllister finds Endo over to Sancho. Oh, cheeky back heel there. There's Richarlison, passes over to Sancho. A lot of short passing from Ipswich so far, not really more than 12 yards from each other. Let's see if Kieran Trippier can find something here. Passes to Bailey on his immediate right. And here they go now. Bailey's got some space. Making his way to the 6-yard box, tries to cut in. Oh, and the ball trickles in. Well, that was either a miscommunication of defending or Hugo Lloris did not get a good touch on the ball, because that puts Ipswich up 2-1 here. As Bailey puts it away. Now here he is. He's trying to find his way to the 6-yard box, perhaps to put a ball into the middle. And oh, I don't even know. Does that come off the defender? Does that come off of, I think that's Romero. Oh no, it's just that little tap has put the ball in. Cheeky little poke into the goal there. Oh no, it does go down as an own goal for Romero. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. Well, it's an own goal from Romero, as it turns out. And Liverpool now down 2-1. Remember, they scored that really early goal, what was it, 4th or 5th minute, and now find themselves in the back foot. Only had a couple of good runs into the box, not really anything worth shouting home about, but now can they find something? It's Wilson under pressure from Gabriel and tackled off the ball, and Ipswich will retain possession. Endo finds Sancho and now tries to find the left side. Henry goes back to Endo, a couple of short passes again by the sideline, finds Sancho again. Here's Richarlison. Not necessarily with space. Again, that 5-defender setup that Liverpool has, for the time being, doesn't appear to be working, as they've got Phil Foden now in the box and is tackled off the ball and cleared away. Kulusevski on it now. Here's Varane, finds Walker. Over to Declan Rice. Kyle Walker back to Varane. Now Liverpool trying, you can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to find some players forward, but again, that formation that they have going leaves such a gaping hole in the midfield. You can see there's 5 Ipswich defenders, you know, just chilling there in the middle, not really giving Liverpool any opportunity to move forward. But and by the time they do get forward, tackled once more. 43 minutes gone here. As that could be a costly interception. Here's Eze. He's got Estepinian trying to find the left side. Back to Eze. Might have space in the middle. Right outside the 18-yard box. Oh, and he tried to find a pass in there. It was intercepted by Akanji, and Ipswich on the counter-attack now. And that ball overhit, and it's out for a Liverpool throw, 1 minute added time. Throws it back to Ruben Diaz. And that's going to be the half there. Liverpool goes up early, then concedes 2 in a matter of minutes. It's Ipswich up 2-1 here at the conclusion of the first half. Richarlison, the lone actual goal for Ipswich. Of course, it was the own goal by Moreno, I believe it was. Oh, it's Romero. Ah, close enough, huh? So possession not necessarily dominated by Ipswich, 53-47. That's to be expected. 95 passes attempted for Ipswich, only 80 for Liverpool. Pretty much even on pass accuracy. Ipswich actually playing slightly more aggressive than Liverpool, it seems. Second half now underway. It'll be Liverpool kicking off here. Now, Liverpool, a team that's set up more for the attack, but it appears for the time being that they're not necessarily on the back foot, as they're, I think, trying to take a more steady approach to get it out there, but I think their more direct way of playing for the time being hasn't quite worked, so they're going to try to be a little bit more careful with the ball this time, perhaps, although here's Wilson. Oh, tried another back heel to Kulusevski. It's intercepted. Bit of a foolish decision, that. And now Phil Foden has space. Phil Foden now. Cuts back, finds Endo. Endo looks, tries to get it up to Gabriel. It's intercepted. Wilson to Kulusevski. Oh, and it's gone right through him. And now Kieran Trippier gets possession back over to McAllister. Now to Richarlison in the center. And passes back to Endo. Ipswich pressuring high here. Richarlison! And, well, Lloris is not really going to have a much easier one than that. Ipswich gets possession back. Over to Richarlison. Absolutely swarmed by defenders now, but the passing by Ipswich is just tearing the Liverpool defense apart right now. McAllister finds Foden in the middle and tackled away by Romero, and Hugo Lloris clears. Kyle Walker up the right side now. Under pressure from Kieran Trippier. And Declan Rice. You see Liverpool want to try to make runs forwards. They just keep running out of space. This Ipswich team doing a very good job. That's a neat through ball if it gets there, and it does. Oh, now he tries to find Kovacic. Cuts back over to Wilson. Wilson's not got space, and he's not necessarily got people to help. Kovacic picks up the ball over to Declan Rice. Rice tries to do something with it. It's cleared away. And now Richarlison finds Sancho. Back to McAllister. Just about an hour gone here. And Ipswich has dominated the ball. Only 2-1. This game is still open and contest for Liverpool. They just have to find a good opportunity here. Kyle Walker over to Kulusevski. Back to Walker. Raphael Varane. Jadon Sancho pressuring Kyle Walker as he tries to venture down the right side. It's Wilson tries to find Declan Rice. Oh, that one may have been mishit there. And now Eze on the left. Passes back to Estepinian. Liverpool looking slightly convincing here. We'll have to see. Wilson under pressure. Finds Declan Rice. Tries to move inwards. He's a bit gobbled up by Gabriel at the moment and tackled off the ball. And now Ipswich make their way forward. Tries to find Jadon Sancho. Somehow has come up with the ball. Raphael Varane will get that ball out of any danger. Ruben Diaz. Tell you what, Ipswich pressing quite high up the pitch now. Kyle Walker. Oh, tries to find Kulusevski. Kieran Trippier will come up with it. Bit of an under-hit through ball, either that or slightly a miscommunication there between the two. There's Bailey, back to Henry. Henry trying to move it forward now on the right side. Finds Richarlison in the middle. Back through to Henry. It's a great pass from Richarlison, and now stopped by Romero, but passes back to what is that? Oh, it wasn't Wilson. Here's Jadon Sancho. Finds Richarlison! And it's gone wide. And Richarlison, I think, knowing he could have had more on that, it's going to be a substitution here as Schär gets comes on for Alexis McAllister. First substitution of the game, goal kick for Liverpool. Plays it short to Walker. Less than 20 minutes to go now. Liverpool need to start attacking if they want to salvage a point out of this game. Back to Varane. Diaz. Over to Romero. There they go. They might have some space here. It's Estepinian. Might have some space on the side. Is brought down. Perhaps the Liverpool players would have been thinking they could have had a foul call there, but not to be had. Henry to Bailey to Foden. There's Bailey on the side in the corner, pressured by Estepinian. It's Endo now. Tries to find his way through, tackled by Eze. Over to Estepinian. 15 minutes remain. Three short to Varane. Liverpool have actually attempted more passes this half than Ipswich. Remember, it was pretty much dead even. I think 94-95 on passes. After the first half, they lead Ipswich, I think 144 to 134 on passes, that just said. Getting down to a situation where Liverpool really starting to need to move the ball. Wilson tackled. And now Ipswich try to move again. Here's Endo. Finds Foden. Foden finds Sancho. Sancho tries to make his way around Ruben Diaz, and it's taken away by Rafael Varane. And now Liverpool might find a counter-attack here if they move quickly. A lot of Ipswich has been drawn deep, and Wilson struggles to find a way around Endo. But some good passing now could lead to a goal. Kovacic tries to maneuver his way through the midfield. It's Wilson now. And tackled away. Now back to Bailey. Over to Foden. Foden finds Henry on the right. Bailey now. Tackled away, and now Eze. Could he come up with the ball? No, it's taken by Henry. And now Ipswich on the attack again. Here's Foden. Oh, cheeky little turn back heel pass, and now Richarlison has it in the 18. Tackled away. 5 minutes remain here in regulation. There's Kovacic to Rice. Rice may have space here. Liverpool need to start coming forward now. Back to Rice. Finds Kyle Walker trying to find Kulusevski, and he does, but a heavy touch from Kulusevski, and it's taken away. Onana clears. Oh, a bit of a mix-up there. Somehow they've came up with the ball still, Liverpool. I'm assuming only 1 minute of added time, if that. So Liverpool need to get moving. Here's Kulusevski. Tries to get past Kieran Trippier, and Trippier tackles very well, but Kulusevski still under pressure. 1 minute added time, and Ipswich just need to hold the ball. And that may be the cause here, as Henry tries to find the right side. Still there, and that's going to be it. Ipswich take the opening game of the season, as Liverpool start off well. Don't really produce much the rest of the 90 minutes. So it's Ipswich taking the win here, as Liverpool did look good, but just didn't quite find a way. Well, here we go then. Match number 2 of match day number 1 at the Molineux between Wolverhampton Wanderers and that of AFC Wrexham. Says Wolverhampton, and forwards Wrexham here looking to do battle. We already saw a good contest earlier between Ipswich and Liverpool that ended with Ipswich on top. But let's see if Mohamed Salah and Wolverhampton can make something happen here. Okay, that was a pretty cool transition, not going to lie. But here we are. It'll be that of Wrexham starting with the ball. First thing here, and away we go. Wolverhampton going with a 5-2-2-1. That's the same formation we saw Liverpool have, but Maddison already an early shot, saved by Emi Martinez. Say going with the 5-2-2-1. Another player that likes to apparently have a little bit more space there in the midfield. Forward going with the 4-3-3 attack. Pretty basic stuff going on there. But as you can tell already, Wolverhampton trying to work in behind early, though tackled away. And now Wrexham trying to move their way up the field. It's Luke Shaw trying to find Barnes. And there they go. Barnes finds Nkunku. That's a fun one to say. Bruno Fernandes in the middle, tries to shoot and past the keeper, and it is Wrexham up 1-0 early. Well, very similar to that which we saw in the Ipswich-Liverpool game. One team goes ahead early. It may not mean much, but what it was, it's Bruno Fernandes with a fantastic finish around the keeper then. Unfortunately, no chance, as he's put it in the top right-hand corner, or thereabouts. And Wrexham up 1-0 here early, as Fernandes puts it away. And the Molineux goes slightly quiet. Fernandes back to Cucurella. He's got some amazing hair, that man. Mickey van der Ven back to Konate. Back to van der Ven. Madison again. Have to try to push something forward here. Of course, it is still early days. They don't need to panic. But Wolverhampton being quite content just being on the ball at the moment. Sandro Tonali distributing there in the midfield. There he is again. Finds Mohamed Salah, who is playing backwards for some reason. Here's Fernandes. Tries to push his way to the outside, under pressure from Ivan Perisic. Yuri Tielemans on the ball now, over to Thiago. And Bruno Fernandes again. Virgil van Dijk. Finds Nkunku. Over to Luke Shaw. Back to Yuri Tielemans in the center. Can he find Thiago? Back to Fernandes. Back again to Perisic. Wrexham pressing that ball quite forward. Doing well for the time being. But a counter-attack could happen. On the outside, Thiago under pressure from Trent Alexander-Arnold, who gets the ball away. Here's Salah. Wolverhampton looking more composed now than they were at the start of the game. Cody Gakpo finds Ruben Diaz, back to Gakpo again. On the outside, trying to find a way into the center under pressure from Diego Dalot, and it's cleared away. Well, for the time being, I could be wrong. Over to Bruno Fernandes again, and it appears Wrexham work their way out of pressure for the time being with 18 minutes gone. Luke Shaw back to Diego Dalot. Up to Perisic and back to Silva. Finds Harvey Barnes. Barnes again finds Perisic over to Nkunku. Over to Thiago now on the right side. Wrexham looking convincing here. Under pressure from Cucurella. Finding the center now. Passes to Tielemans, a shot. And I think turned away there by that of Nick Pope. Not turned away, goal kick it is. Camera angle looked more convincing there. Nick Pope to kick it away. Entering the 23rd minute of the fixture now. Tries to find Cody Gakpo up the middle. And a foul being committed there. I'm pretty sure it was a handball by one of the Wrexham players. It'll be a Wolverhampton free kick. It'll be Cody Gakpo to take. Players looking to find themselves forward here. Gakpo stands over it. Tries to play along to Salah. Van Dijk intercepts and heads away to Tielemans, who pushes it out further to Nkunku, and now might find a way up the field. There's Perisic. Finds Barnes on the wing. Back over to Nkunku again, to Perisic. To Tielemans, back to Nkunku. Some great passing here from Wrexham. Down the right side they go. Cucurella in chase. To Thiago. Thiago still. And good pressure that time from that of, I believe it was James Maddison and Mickey van der Ven. And now Mohamed Salah. Back to Maddison, back to Arnold. Molineux fans slightly disappointed with the lack of attacking presence from the Wolves at the moment. 29th minute of the game. Ruben Diaz back to Van der Ven. Back to Fernandes, over to Sandro Tonali. Hasn't touched the ball very much this game so far, Tonali. Trying to find some sort of way up the field. Trent Alexander-Arnold back to Konate. Oh, who's gotten rid of the ball? Nkunku might have a chance here. Finds Yuri Tielemans. Can he put something forward? Great pressure from Van der Ven, tackled away by Fernandez, who will play it to Diaz on the wing. Tell you what, for the time being, hang on, I'm sorry. Why does it appear that the entirety of the stadium is that of... I'm sorry. Can we just look at this once more? Why does it appear that the entirety of the stadium... Okay, it's just that one stand is entirely Wrexham people. Okay, that looked a little bit more... That looked a little bit more worrying. I was like, did I set this up wrong? Is Wrexham the home team, actually, at Wolverhampton Stadium? Anyways, here's Tonali. Finds Alexander-Arnold under pressure from Luke Shaw. Back to Konate. Over to Van der Ven. There's Diaz. Backwards passing still from Wolverhampton. Cucurella. Fernandez again. Good pressure there, and Wrexham on the ball once more. Well, tries to find Yuri Tielemans forward, unfortunately. Kind of a poorly hit pass. Tonali, back to Salah. Tell you what, Salah, for the quality of player he is not having very many touches on the ball, nor is really working to get that ball forward. Wolverhampton, again, playing very content with just having the ball at their feet, not necessarily working it forward. Although now, could we see something happen as Cody Gakpo has it, finds Salah, who may have been offsides, finds Fernandez. No, the flag stays down, and Wolverhampton get their equalizer. Well, the one time that Wolverhampton break through, now this is where I thought Salah was offsides, but as it turns out, he's timed it brilliantly, and a fantastic pass inwards. So that of Enzo it was. And the ball finds the back of the net, very well done. And Wolverhampton have their equalizer. Well, Enzo Fernandez, just the back of his jersey says Enzo. That's why I was confused. Enzo Fernandez, the goal for Wolverhampton here, 1-1 in the 41st minute. And that, well, I tell you what, if you're Wrexham right now, you have to look at that attack and say, the one time you allow Wolverhampton into the attacking third, they made their chance count. But Fernandez again, could this be a convincing attack from Wrexham? Luke Shaw having the ball in an offensive area. There's Barnes. Under pressure from Alexander-Arnold, finds Madison. Plays it deep into the corner here. Perhaps tries to play across. There's Konate. Or not Konate, it's Nkunku. And tackled away. I'm looking at the wrong nameplate. Pass back to Nick Pope, and that'll be the end of the first half. 1 minute of added time. Although it looks as if Wolverhampton's just kind of triple out the clock here. And any minute now we should be getting that whistle be blown. There it is. So Wolverhampton find one later than they'd like in the first half. But a 1-1 game so far either way. Very good contest between these two. Enzo Fernandez, the goal for that of Wolverhampton. And it was Bruno Fernandez? Yeah. Yeah, Bruno Fernandez, yeah. Oh, so they're both named Fernandez. Okay, that's going to get confusing. See, it's so confusing I can't even speak English correctly, as it turns out. Well, anyway, second half underway now. Wolverhampton will kick off here at their home stadium. Mickey van der Ven passes up to Cucurella. Finds Fernandez over to Ruben Diaz, who finds some space in the middle. Wrexham not really pressuring him here. Ruben Diaz finally turned away in a very risky part of the field, that one. Ivan Perisic finds Nkunku. And now perhaps Wrexham looking dangerous here, finds Fernandez again. Finds Perisic, back to Fernandez. Dribbles the ball outside of the 18-yard box. Van der Ven in chase, passes out to Yuri Tielemans, who's had that ball a lot in the attacking third. Tackled away, and now can Wolverhampton find a counterattack here? It certainly looks as if they're trying to. It's Ruben Diaz on the left. Over to Tonali in the center. Gakpo to Madison. To Salah. Tackled away by Virgil van Dijk. Konate tackles. Wolverhampton on the ball again. Perhaps some life being shown at the Monilou now. But once again, Wrexham come up with the ball. And what looked to be a good brewing attack for Wolverhampton, but now can Wrexham find one forward? Thiago with the ball on the left wing, finds Barnes in the center. Barnes shot, and the shot turned away. It'll be a corner for Wolverhampton. Oh, no, maybe not. Well, it certainly looked as if it had come off the Wolverhampton defender. As it turns out, it'll be Nick Pope with the goal kick. Well, I'm allowed to be wrong every now and again. I certainly am now. 55th minute here, 1-1 still the score. What was a very smash and grab by Wolverhampton. They're striking the 41st. It's Fernandez now, back to Cucurella. Finds Fernandez, great inward pass to Cody Gakpo. Sandro Tonali to Madison. Madison's got some space, tries to loft it over the top to Salah. In the corner. And once again, takes his time, passes back. Salah's got some room now. Can he find someone in the middle? No, it's Luke Shaw with a brilliant tackle then. Finds Emi Martinez, and the ball, well, taking their time to clear it away. Cleared it away on the ground rather than in the air, but now Wrexham can perhaps find some sort of forward momentum. Oh, and a neat little attempt of skill there goes wrong, and it's a Wolverhampton throw. 60th minute, an hour gone. 1-1 the score. Cucurella on the side, not afraid to dribble the ball. Once again, Mickey van der Ven. Over to Fernandez, back to van der Ven. Tonali. Wolverhampton, a lot of passing going on here. Very, very patient. Poor virtual camera operator can't hardly keep up with the ball at this point. Cucurella finds Diaz. How many times was that a cut back and forth? At least 5. And plays all the way back to Konate. Finds Madison in the center. Turns around Thiago. Nearly found Mohamed Salah past the defender, but not quite there. But Cody Gakpo now. Wolverhampton still in a convincing place. Tries to find Salah. The pass is overhit, but Wolverhampton will retain possession under pressure from Luke Shaw. Salah tries to turn. Finds the center. It's Cody Gakpo. Can he find a play in now? Shot and saved by Emi Martinez. It'll be the first corner of the game going to Wolverhampton, and it'll be Christian Eriksen going on for James Madison. It'll be that of Ndidi going on for Diogo Dalot. And the corner from Wolverhampton goes in, headed, and, well, I tell you what, it was a fair effort. Emi Martinez has gotten away, and with the corner, it was a good header there. From who was that in the middle? It was tough to tell. I think it may have been Cody Gakpo. Either way, it's been punched away by Emi Martinez. That'll be that of Alexander Arnold to take it. Corner goes short this time, finds Salah. Salah tries to find some sort of opening here. Passes inwards to Diaz. Tackled away. And now Barnes on the wing. I tell you what, he's well in behind the Wolverhampton defense here. Doesn't have much help in the middle, but what does he try to do? Tries to find a move. Beautiful pass, and it's a great goal for Wrexham. And Wrexham a 2-1 advantage now after the goal. It was an unbelievable inward pass then from the outside, and it's that of Nkunku scoring. And Wrexham in a position now where they could walk away with the 3 points. And look at this run here by Barnes, right up in front of the keeper's face, and just a beautiful pass inwards. Left a completely open goal for Nkunku. He's never missing that one. And the goal then that puts Wrexham up 2-1. 73rd minute, 2-1 the score, Wrexham on top. Ruben Diaz, Wolverhampton will have to work now, and not quite. Silva on the wing, just kind of dribbling about the ball, knowing that there's not much time left for Wrexham here. Pretty much just need to play chill and not give up the ball, but they've, well, immediately done that. Sandro Tonali finds Fernandez, finds Gakpo. Could find Fernandez again, there he is. Ruben Diaz on the wing now. Diaz plays it to the corner, back to Salah, who's found himself on the left side. Christian Eriksen. Not a lot of help in the middle, but he's got a couple players. Here's Gakpo. In a position now, he's fighting with the ball there with Ndidi, and it's tackled away. Some good defending there from Wrexham to sustain and withhold the pressure. And now Wolverhampton may need to press. Good tackle from Van der Ven. Here's Diaz. Can he find Gakpo? He's in an offside position at the moment, and I think he knew it. And now Mohamed Salah, and it's a beautiful save from Emi Martinez, who really had to stretch for that one. Wrexham defenders obviously quite happy with him there, but still 9 minutes to play. Salah, despite not having many touches on the ball, in that, an fingertip save there from Martinez. Nearly the equalizer from Wolverhampton quite late on here. Salah plays it in and headed away, but Wolverhampton still in possession with Fernandez. Finds Van der Ven. Inwards to Eriksen. Here's Tonali. Finds Diaz, who saved again, is Emi Martinez. Substitution coming on here. It's going to be Danjuma on for Cucurella. Cucurella's had himself a busy day. Really one of the playmakers for Wolverhampton and trying to make some forward runs and create space. And Danjuma comes on, cross in from Salah. Van der Ven, and it's blocked away. But Eriksen now with the ball, with perhaps some space. It's Gakpo. Tries to turn, turned away. 5 minutes remain here at the Monoloo. Van der Ven pressuring Yuri Tielemans now, very deep in midfield. And Wolverhampton get possession back. Finds Diaz. Diaz trying to play it forward. He's got Salah, he's got Gakpo, he's got Alexander-Arnold in the middle. Passes into Silva. Or sorry, that's not Silva, that is Gakpo. Diaz still there, a scrum from the ball in the middle of the 18. And now Wrexham can find a counter-attack. And with less than a minute left to play here, Wrexham better not lose the ball at this juncture. I'm assuming 2 minutes added time, probably less. And it will be 3 minutes. Wolverhampton may have a chance now, but they need to quickly make a counterattack, and there they go. They could break free. Danjuma to Diaz. Back to Danjuma. Tries to find Gakpo forward. Flag stays down. Gakpo on the side, finds Danjuma. Diaz in. Diaz, can he find a shot? And he's tackled away at the last minute. But Wolverhampton still pressuring, and now Wrexham get it away, and that will be it. Wrexham hold on to take a 2-1 victory over Wolverhampton. Very tough-fought game. And Wolverhampton, unfortunately, left it a bit too late there. They've had a good couple opportunities in the back end of the game, but it's not enough. As Christopher Nkunku grabs the goal, the deciding goal at the end, and Wrexham take the 3 points. And it's now the match that, well, I've certainly been looking forward to as Crystal Palace travel to face Crew Alexandra for yet another match here in the first week of the season. Should be a fantastic one. This Crew team does look very good, has to be said, and I'm just hoping I've done well enough to put together a fair enough shot here for the fans back at Selhurst Park. But Crew Alexandra versus Crystal Palace. I just love this animation so much. There we go. Anyways, here we are then. It'll be Palace to kick off. And we're underway. Crew Alexandra going with a 4-1-2-1-2 formation here, which has been quite common aside with the 5-2-2-1. Instead of that, I've gone with a 4-5-1 formation. That 5 in midfield could go very, very good, as it's Ward-Prowse on the wing now. Tries to find something in. Well, he nearly had a shot go off there. It was tackled away. And now it's Diaby. After a great press up the field. Tackled this time again by Jorginho. And now it's Zinchenko. Oh, I'm going to botch that name a lot, promise you that. Zinchenko again. Crew looking pretty halfway decent on the ball. As it's Romain Perraud giving chase now to that of Jesus. The man on loan from Southampton to Nice, I believe. And cleared away. Ward-Prowse backs off the ball. It's over to Alvarez in the center. Zinchenko back to Jorginho. Crew has definitely had a fair amount of the ball right now. It's going to be a throw here for Crystal Palace. And one of the best third kits I've ever seen. Has to be said. I mean, that is just brilliant. Crystal Palace, every year, 10 times out of 10, putting together a good kit. Has to be said. Here's Jamie Ward-Prowse. Over to Grealish. Finds Diaby. Finds Grealish again. Grealish, oh, he tried to find... who's that in the middle? Tried to find Diego Jota in the middle. It's not gone well. And now here's Jota. Might have a chance here. He's got a couple of guys forward, but still can't quite find the pass through. Well, in the two opening fixtures that we did have, that being of Wolverhampton versus that of Wrexham and that of Ipswich and Liverpool, two very early smash-and-grab goals by both sides. Ipswich taking the win 2-1 versus Liverpool. Wolverhampton taking the loss 2-1 versus Wrexham. As Crew Alexandra trying to move up the field. There's Alvarez over to Guimarães. Grealish finds Casemiro, former Real Madrid player. Manchester United in real life, although I think might be leaving the club. It was either that or Raphael Varane might be leaving the club. It was one of those two that I thought I read. And it's Matoma on the left side, Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder. Here's Grealish, might have some space, finds Diaby. Diaby looking to turn, but tackled away. And unfortunately for Crystal Palace so far, they've had these opportunities in a couple of good places, but can't quite seem to find an opportunity to actually get the shot off. It's been great closeouts by Crew and a good battle here between Torres and Jesus, and it looks like it's going to be the free kick in the way of Crystal Palace, taking it quickly. Romain Perraud finds Ward-Prowse. Over to Grealish. Grealish tries to find Matoma. Tackled away. Oh, and it's going to be a free kick here in a dangerous position. Well, it's Ward-Prowse having 94 free kick accuracy in the game. This one could be very dangerous for Crystal Palace here. And didn't really look like all that much of a foul to me, has to be said. Along with coaching in real life, I do referee, and that one really didn't look like much of a foul, but let's see if Ward-Prowse can put something away here. Here comes the kick, and it's in! And it's a beautiful free kick from Ward-Prowse. Goodness me. What a finish that one. I mean, he's taken it so confidently. I mean, this is just a guy you want on your team in these scenarios. And he's played that just perfection. First goal of the campaign for Ward-Prowse, and, well, the first free kick goal in that of league history so far. And Crystal Palace go up early. Well, I think Alexandra might be slightly upset at the foul that was called. Again, it didn't quite look like much of a foul. I didn't understand what the referee had called at the time. The Crew might have a move going forward here now. Here's Alvarez. Has a play into the middle, tackled away. And now Ward-Prowse can look to get the ball upfield, which he does, but passes back momentarily. There's Diaby. Over to Jota. There's Ward-Prowse. Over to Diaby. I tell you what, Crystal Palace working the ball well at the moment. Diaby on the side, nearly tried to find Grealish. Grealish tackles away. Well, he's tried to. Grealish very aggressive in the defensive third at the moment. Half an hour gone here. Crystal Palace still in the lead. Here's Guimarães. Back to Alvarez. Giovanni Lo Celso now. And Alvarez tackled away there. Diaby has it by the touchline now, tries to find Ward-Prowse, who finds Jota. I can't, Jota? I don't know. It's not English. So I don't quite know off the top of my head, but it's Ward-Prowse. It's Crew looking like a forward move now. Pedro Porro on the right. Finds Giovanni Lo Celso. Andre Robertson on the left back there. Hasn't had much to do today, but now under pressure. And cleared away fantastically. So Crew's gotten themselves deep into the attacking third a couple of times now. Still haven't really found that much of an attack. That Roman Perraud in pursuit there. Instead of Torres, oh, that's a great through ball. And Aaron Ramsdale jumps on it. Does not allow Crew to get the shot off. And a couple of holes in the defense. Very much could have wound up in a goal. But instead, it's a counter-attack now for Crystal Palace. Here's Grealish. Tries to cut inside. It's Ward-Prowse. And tackled away by Martinez. Ward-Prowse, great when he's on the ball. I think it may have taken too much time there. And the Crew fans getting slightly restless now. Jorginho back to Zinchenko. Under pressure from Jota. Or Jota, whatever one, I still haven't figured it out yet. At halftime, I'm going to look up highlights of it, so when the actual commentators say his name, I'll know how to pronounce it. Jesus under pressure from Roman Perraud, and Perraud tackles, but still has the ball in a dangerous spot. Could look to clear. And it's going to be a throw-in for Crystal Palace, 1 minute at a time. Casemiro playing deep. And Crystal Palace just dribbling out the clock here, and that will be the end of the first half. Crystal Palace with a mesmerizing free kick from Ward-Prowse go up, and it's a 1-0 game here. Crew looking good, but the one attempt that Crystal Palace has had, they've made it count and found the goal. Jota, okay, got it. Diogo Jota, okay, sounds good. Anyways, here we go, Crew to kick off the second half here. No halftime changes to be made by either squad. Palace still lead 1-0 here. Reminder coming up, we do have the fixture. That's, well, I've definitely been looking forward to as well, that of Southampton playing Arsenal at the Emirates, I think. I'll have to look at that again. After two entertaining fixtures to start the match day, between Ipswich and Liverpool, and between Wolverhampton and Wrexham. And now it's Diaby, tries to knock the ball forward, Alvarez clears away, and Martinez plays the ball to Giovanni Lo Celso, who finds Jorginho. And now Crew looking like they could move upfield. Now Crew in the 18-yard box. Could be A move happening here. It's Casemiro in defense, but they've left the middle open. This could be a shot from Jorginho, and it's tackled away somehow in the end of it. And now Crystal Palace could look to get on a counterattack. Jota plays back toward Prowse, who finds Diaby in a convincing-looking run now, as Diaby tries to find some form of room here, and is tackled away. And now Crew on the attack. It's Jesus. Finds Lo Celso, and now Crystal Palace need to rush back. And Roman Perraud, who went as an undrafted free agent, has to be said, putting in a hefty, effort-heavy shift here, in at right back. He's looked a fantastic addition to the squad so far, has to be said. Whether or not it stays that way is yet to be seen. Some quality players on the bench as well for that of Crystal Palace. Ollie Watkins, Isaac from Newcastle, Miguel Almiron, either one, who, remember, used to play on Atlanta United, was at the time the record transfer fee in Major League Soccer, when after the duo with himself and Josef Martinez, who I believe plays for Inter Miami now, at least did. Unfortunately, after Almiron left, Atlanta United was riddled with injuries. I'm sure was a very fine prospect for many teams as well. Botman trying to give chase to Pedro Porro. Zinchenko finds Lo Celso. Say, looking troubling again from Crew. And now Palace might be able to find an attack here. Here's Jota. I'm still struggling. Here's Matoma now. Matoma might have a good look here. Oh, and I tell you what, he's quite sat the defender down. Here's Grealish, who has yet to have many touches on the ball, and it's turned away that time by Alisson Becker. It was a good shot there from Grealish, his first real attempt of the day. And now look at him give chase to John Stones in defense. 66th minute now. Crew starting to find some life. Finds Pedro Porro. Flag stays down. It was a close one there. It looked, at least. Alvarez. Grealish has dropped back very far, and it's going to be out for a corner for Crew. I think their first corner of the day so far. It'll be Gonzalo Montiel coming on for Roman Perraud, the man who has had a brilliant outing here. I'm actually quite upset to see him leave the pitch, to be honest with you. He's done a lot. Corner comes in. Jota heads away, but not really convincingly. Jorginho's still on it. And now Robertson does get the ball away, up to Casemiro. Finds Matoma. Over to Grealish. And now Jota might have a run here, but Alvarez closes him down before he can really secure possession of the ball. Finds Jorginho. Quick pass over to Martinez on the left side. "20 minutes remaining here for Crystal Palace to hold on and for Crew to attack and salvage a point. Jota tackles off the ball. He may have space now. Here he goes. He's got Stones in defense. Jota, and it's in! Diogo Jota puts together a fantastic finish. Worked really well in order to try to tackle and get past John Stones, which he's done. And he's put that one in from 15 meters away, and Alisson has no chance with that one. That ball hit very, very quickly, nearly destroying the in-goal camera. And now Palace go up 2-0 with less than 20 minutes to go. And now Crew trying to find a way forward here. Tackled away by Montiel. Still no other additional substitutions being made. Although Crew dominating the possession game so far, 61-39, and some of the worst possession that we've seen out of the league so far. Zinchenko in the middle, under pressure. cleared away. That was looking dangerous again from Crew. I tell you what, if Crew gets a good opportunity here, they're going to put one away. They've been very close several times now. Of course, it was the fantastic free kick from Ward-Prowse. And it was Jota working very high defensive rates in the attacking third. Now it's Alvarez. Robertson lets it get past him. Back to Alvarez. Tackled away. Casemiro doing well. And now Crystal Palace can look to start an attack as Diaby knocks the ball forward. Might have some space down the right side here. There he is. He's really looking for it now. Jorginho can't keep up with him for the time being. It's Diaby. Had a shot at the near post. Allison deflects and goes into the path of Ward-Prowse, who that ball tackled away. Grealish still in pursuit. Very high press here from Grealish. Now up to Jesus. It's Giovanni Lo Celso. And a shot deflected and cleared away. I think it was off of that of Robertson, perhaps. Although I tell you what, at first glance, it did look as if it had hit the hand. It'll be Paulinho coming on for Torres here for Crystal Palace. Change in the midfield. Something that we didn't expect. I was more or less thinking it was going to be that of Jack Grealish, the next to come off. Montiel tries to press Zinchenko, but gets caught out too deep, and now Ward-Prowse turned away by Ramsdale. Well, I tell you what, that one was really scary there for Palace. That was a good attempt. And now Diaby might have some room down the side. Stones in defense there, and well, he's kind of understood that he's lost possession. And now it's Zinchenko under pressure from Montiel, who gets that ball. Tackled, very nicely done. And now Palace can look to start one here. Oh, here we go. Crew might be on here. Jesus tries to find a shot, and I think it might be deflected away. Yes, it is. So it'll be out for a corner, 2 minutes added time remaining. And on is Alexander Isak for Jota, the goal scorer. Isak coming on quite late here. Won't have that much of an opportunity to really see what he's capable of, but a late corner here for Crew. The keeper pressed up high. Why he's done that is an interesting decision. Why they've sent Becker up the field 2-0. Down here, as it looks like Ramsdale is going to hold out the clock. It's the first clean sheet of any keeper. It's that of Aaron Ramsdale with the clean sheet. Crystal Palace a 2-0 win over that of Crew, who will take on Southampton at home at Selhurst Park next time out. Diogo Jota with the goal. After that, the beautiful free kick finish from Ward-Prowse. And now on to our final match day of the week, game of the week here. Game of the match day. Either one, English is not my first language, as it turns out. Final game of the match day. It'll be over to the Emirates as Arsenal takes on Southampton. Well, for the final match of the first match day, is over to the Emirates as Arsenal from Lancey's Arsenal takes on that of Willand's Southampton squad. Two teams, I would argue, very even on paper, and I'm quite interested to see how this game is going to go here. These two clubs looking to get off on the right foot. Let's see if they're able to do that. And it looks as if it's going to be Southampton to kick off here. And away we go. Arsenal going with a 4-3-3 attack. They've got Odegaard at the central attacking midfielder role. He can expect to be playing a lot of balls in forward to the attackers. That being of Kudus on the right, Rashford the center, and Martinelli on the left. As for Southampton, well, they've gone with the 5-2-2-1, as we've seen a couple other times now. There's been a few clubs trying out that philosophy, and so far they've done pretty well, so we'll have to wait and see if they can continue to put a result on the board here. But Arsenal moving forward now, although intercepted. Ben Chilwell at left back. A lot of people choosing that 5-2-2-1. I was a little surprised when I initially was reading the team sheets. It's a formation that, you know, on paper you look at it, and it's not supposed to work, does it? Because it's got such a gaping hole in midfield. But these clubs have been able to make it work. Here is Rashford on the right side. Back to Wan-Bissaka. Still, it's Jolinton in the center. Under pressure from Thomas Partey. And plays backwards. Having a look at the fixtures coming up. First we'll go scores around the ground as we had. Ipswich beating Liverpool 2-1. Wrexham beating Wolverhampton 2-1. Crystal Palace beating Crewe Alexandra 2-0. And over to this one, the final game of the match day. Next week for Arsenal, they take on Liverpool away. Should be a fun one then. As well as this Southampton team playing Crystal Palace at the Selhurst Park. Yeah, there you go. I remembered it, promise. Selhurst Park next week. Crystal Palace will take on that of Southampton. Wrexham play Ipswich, game I'm looking forward to for sure. I think that could go down as game of the week right there. Be interesting to see. And Wolverhampton is going to get the bye week as Man United play Crewe Alexandra, their first game of the season. Originally slated to have 10 teams in this league, but the person in charge of Derby decided that he just didn't want to show up, and so he didn't. Now through to Rashford. Has a chance here. Round with the left foot, and it's in. Well, Marcus Rashford, a quick little switch to the left foot, curls it round the keeper, and the first game of the match goes in the way of the Gunners. Let's see here. It's been a beautiful through ball there from, well, whoever that was, but plays it round Nathan Ake. And Pickford, unfortunately, had no chance at that one. I mean, that was a really good strike from Marcus Rashford. Plenty of pace. And only just past the fingertips of Jordan Pickford, unfortunately. That's he could not have gotten a better touch to that. One at all would have been nice. So now Southampton down 1-0 here. As Nathan Ake tries to move forward. Early days still, so I wouldn't panic yet for Southampton, but they've only really moved that ball into the attacking third once so far this game. It's Lukaku, finds Ben Chilwell. Oh, when he tried to play it in to Saka. Oh, and Saka's tackled away. Oh, it's going to be a foul. Well, that's a pretty lame foul call there, has to be said. Wasn't any sort of a Brexit tackle. It was just kind of how the play was going, and that's really a poor excuse for a foul, if you ask me. Well, it's Saliba with the free kick. Assuming he'll play it long, and he does. Down the right side. There's Hwang-Min Son. Up to Silva. Silva's got some space here. He's got Lukaku in front. Finds Son, tackled away by Malacia. That right side. A couple of those players there in midfield for Southampton are slightly hesitant to actually pressure the ball. I think maybe had they got another body on the ball carrier there, that probably could have gotten maybe a good tackle or interception. We would have had some sort of counterattack going, but it might be going now. Son, the ball finds Thomas Partey, finds Saka, finds Lukaku. Over to Son, slips it through to Silva. Silva may have a chance here. Oh, tackled away perhaps. No, back to Son. There's the tackle. Does it stay? Son has to battle. And, well, it's a good effort there from the keeper. Tell you what, Son battled really well there inside the 6-yard box. Brave keeping then. I'll have to look and find. I remember the name of the Southampton keeper. Oh, and it's going to go for a goal kick, as it turns out. And that I didn't expect. Oh, it's keeper Flecken making that save. A little surprised that wasn't out for a corner, actually. I thought it kind of was turned away by Flecken, but instead it goes out for a goal kick. And here, Arsenal trying to move up the field. Wan-Bissaka, tackled by Saka. That one's going to get confusing, promise you that. Throws in to Martin Odegaard. A couple of good passes here from Arsenal. Perhaps can they move the ball forward now? They're going to try to. Kudus finds Odegaard, finds Rashford. Now Rashford under pressure from Partey, and Partey's actually done quite well there. In that more of like a defensive midfield role. He's actually had a couple of good stops now. Up to Saka. Wan-Bissaka in chase and tackled away. Now Hojberg in the middle. Wan-Bissaka now trying to move. Kevin De Bruyne, one of his first touches of the ball of the game. Kudus finds Rashford, runs right into the defender there, and well, it's tackled away. "39th minute of play now. Here's Son. Forward run here from Son. Wan-Bissaka takes advantage of the heavy touch and will get the ball away. And here goes Arsenal now. Martinelli on the right side. Martinelli still in the corner, finds De Bruyne. Into Joelinton. And tackled away. And now Southampton looking like they could get a move on here. Lukaku tried to find Saka on the side. It was intercepted. Now Arsenal again trying to venture down the left side here. Martinelli under pressure from Matty Cash, and it's going to be out for a goal kick. This is a save again here, or the goal rather, from Rashford. A little surprised Nathan Ake didn't put in as good of a defensive effort there, as I'm sure both Will and the rest of the Southampton squad was hoping. I think he was kind of in position where if he just tried to jockey Rashford instead of trying to, beat him forward. Martinelli on the left side again. He's provided a lot of good runs down that left side. Only the one goal in it, 1 minute added time. As Rashford now finds Odegaard. Tackled away by Dunk, and I think that's probably going to do it for the half. Yes, it will. So Arsenal up top here, 1-0 the score after the first half. Southampton haven't quite managed to get that ball into the attacking third as much as they would have liked. Only really one attempt there from Son in the early days of the game. But Marcus Rashford, the lone goal in the 19th minute. Second half yet to come, the final game of the match day. And let's see, it will be that of Arsenal kicking off this time. Here at the Emirates. Over to Malacia, who's trying to find a way around Saka. Back to Timber. And tackled away. And now Southampton might be able to get one going here. Down the right side is Saka, tackled away by De Bruyne. And now Arsenal might be in an attack here, trying to move forward. Not quite. It's Marcus Rashford. Through to Kevin De Bruyne. And now, perhaps is the space there. De Bruyne finds Rashford again. Oh, and a good tackle that time by Nathan Ake with Marcus Rashford in an offensive position. I'll tell you what, he was really geared up to strike that one as well. Ake, had he not stepped in, we may have been seeing a 2-0 game, or a 2-0 game here. Southampton kind of comfortable playing out of their back end right now. Pause. Nathan Ake. Finds Thomas Partey, and a little bit of a lane in the middle here. Finds Lukaku, passes backwards again. Ben Chilwell. Finds the through ball to Lukaku, passes back, and now Chilwell might have space, finds Son. Son back to Lukaku, tried to pass again, and it was intercepted, and now Arsenal moving forward. Back to Martin Odegaard. Once more, here's Kudus on the right side. Ake in chase here, under pressure from Chilwell. Kudus, a little bit of skill. He can find a pass. There's De Bruyne, shot deflected. Or well, blocked, deflected, same difference. Silva finds Saka, back to Lewis Dunk. Southampton need to start finding something here, an hour gone. Out wide to Matty Cash, who finds Partey. Finds Lukaku. Oh, I think nearly tried to have that ball slip through to Saka, was intercepted well. And now Arsenal perhaps can move forward. Odegaard finds Kudus. Tries to get past Ake, and Ake doing well again. Chilwell on the left. Wangman's Son. And Saliba will get the ball away. Wan-Bissaka plays inwards towards Joelinton. 66th minute now. And Arsenal looking relatively comfortable, has to be said. I mean, the attacks so far from Southampton have really not resulted in any shots on goal. And Arsenal, pretty much the one time they get a convincing look at the goal. I mean, they almost had a second one from Rashford, but tackled away. It was by Nathan Ake. And now Southampton moving. And Lukaku. Now, how do you make Lukaku fall like that? What's the phrase? Built like a brick shithouse? Well, there goes the professionalism of this. Anyways. Here's Silva. 20 minutes remain here for Southampton to find an equalizer. Arsenal to find a dagger, perhaps. It's Saka. Finds Lukaku. Oh, and I tell you what, it was a great tackle away then. Oh, I failed to find out what the name was who got that away. That was a great tackle because Lukaku, if he strikes it that well, with that much power that he's got on it, that one is going to end up in the back of the net. But now Arsenal move forward. De Bruyne facing Dunk. Here's Kudus. Finds Odegaard. Finds Martinelli. Back to Odegaard and tackled away. Southampton again getting in a very dangerous position here, but now need to try to move forward. 15 minutes remain. Chilwell to Partey to Son. And again, Arsenal doing very well, pressuring the ball nicely. We'll say, in fairness to Southampton, it's been a pretty even game so far. Just haven't quite found the moves forward that I'm sure they would have liked. Inward to Odegaard, and it's in. It was a great pass from the right side, and Odegaard able to tap that one in. 2-0 to Arsenal. And now Southampton, well, I think even salvaging a point perhaps is out of the question. Not a lot of time left for Southampton, a squad that hasn't made much moves forwards at all this game. It was Rashford, a brilliantly played in ball to Martin Odegaard in the center, and I'm afraid Pickford again, with no bodies in front of that ball, is just not going to have the opportunity to save. The ball struck that well. Substitution here, it's going to be Gravenberch coming on for Saka. And again, next up, this Arsenal team plays Liverpool. Should be a great fixture. Tries to get through to Lukaku, but it's well overhead. Southampton play Palace. Palace, a team that, well, obviously it's my team, but 2-0 game over that of Crewe Alexandra. And what was a good fixture, headlined by the beautiful free kick goal from James Ward-Prowse. Malacia trying to move forward now. Finds Silva. Now Southampton in an attack. No, turned away. Rashford on the left. Oh, a neat little show of skill, but it's tackled away. We got a substitution coming on here. That'll be that of Donny van der Beek, replacing Kevin De Bruyne, who, well, in fairness, hasn't really had much of an impact on this game. He's had a couple of good plays, playing the ball in, but other than that, he's not really played the attacking prowess that you would have figured that he would have had. Southampton trying to move it forward now to Son on the left. Tackled away by Wan-Bissaka. Now here they go. Martin Odegaard once more. It's Gravenberch on the right. Here's Rashford. Finds Martinelli. Great combination of passing. And Rashford gets his brace. Well, I tell you what, Martinelli probably could have had an opportunity to score. Cleverly plays it back to Rashford, and Pickford has no chance. Well, Gravenberch really made a great run down the side, who set that run up. The super sub for the time being. Rashford passes to Martinelli. Martinelli gets it back to Rashford, and Pickford really had no chance of that one again. Well, Rashford gets his brace. That cements him as the league leading scorer. And Arsenal go 3-0 up over Southampton. Rashford, a player who I believe went undrafted as well. It's always these pickups that these guys make in the with the undrafted free agents that I think really have come out to play here. And Southampton grab one and steal away the clean sheet. Nope, it appears Arsenal might be on another attack now. Odegaard through to Gravenberch. He's on the break here. Tries to defend. Gravenberch through Ake, and a shot, and it's another one. 4-0 for Arsenal. Gravenberch comes on as a sub. Makes a strike there on the breakaway in the final minutes of the game. And look how easily he's shoved Nathan Ake off the ball there, as well as the what I believe was Silva. And Arsenal 4-0 up. Remember, they take on Liverpool next match day. And that is a very convincing showing from the Gunners. And Southampton, well, I think really failed to get many opportunities forward. And that's going to be it. Arsenal 4-0 over Southampton. A game that was a lot of it evenly contested. Rashford with the brace. Gravenberch comes on, puts one away. And, well, Arsenal look now as if they are the team to beat. Well, that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time out when that of Liverpool play Arsenal.